Hi, welcome to Automotive Show EKG Canadian Enthusiast. Today on the show we're going to talk about sales numbers in from October of this year rather than doing a comparison test, which we will do on the next episode. Today the total 7 manufacturers have given their numbers. Now I don't know about Tesla because they have an unconventional way of doing things. I won't bother about Tesla. Let their numbers come out if they want to. So now, before start the show, I want to hit the like button and subscribe to my show. I also want to make sure that we get to 50 subscribers. I also want to mention that. So now let's get started. I have separated them into mainstream and luxury brands. I got 3 brands with their own individual sales charts, so I can analyze them and give you the numbers prospectively. So let's start with the normal numbers first. Let's start with luxury brands, which I love to do. Lexus have managed to sell 22,631 vehicles, a decline of 15.2%, but for the year they are up by 25.2% for the year. So Lexus sales are down because they can't make enough Lexus vehicles to meet demand because of chip shortage. That's why they can't. If they can deliver these vehicles, this number will be significantly higher. So yes, this number can be 30,000+. At the moment, it's 22,631. Then Genesis is still catching up. They are still making up numbers at the moment. Genesis sold 5,300 vehicles, up by 402%. That's very good, except 99% of their sales are coming from their luxury SUVs. And their cars are not even 1% in sales. That just gives you a rough idea where Genesis sales are coming compared to Lexus. That's why they are nowhere near Lexus in sales. For the year, Genesis is up by 221%. That's progress. Volvo, 8,701 sales, down by 18.6%. And for the year, they are up by 23.5%. So Volvo, they had a very good time this year, but now sales are dropping. Now they are getting affected by the chip shortage, which is obvious. Now let's get to Acura. Acura are down by 27.2%. They have sold 10,055 vehicles. For the year, they are up by 25.2%. So Acura down in October, but in general, Acura is doing fine. And with the new Integra coming, I'm looking forward to see what Acura can do, to be really fair. So then, of course, from Acura, let's get down to Lincoln. Now, in terms of Lincoln sold 8,346 vehicles, down by 3.3%. It's actually not bad compared to many brands who have lost sales by much larger margins. And for the year, Lincoln is down by 12%. So Lincoln is doing okay, to be fairly honest. I will admit that. So the summary, Lexus is still the best-selling luxury brand in this list. So you can say Lexus is doing still very well, even in a chip shortage. Moving on from Lexus, let's get on to mainstream brands because this is intense. Toyota have sold 124,040 vehicles, down by 30.6%, and for the year they are still up by 20.3%. Honda, 87,028 vehicles, they are down by 23.1%, but for the year they are up by 14.2%. Honda. So that's still fairly good from Honda. Yes, there's a new Civic on the way and it's not easy these days. Subaru, sales are bleeding. I'm not going to even talk about Subaru at this point. 36,817 sales, down by 40%. And for the year, they are still positive by 0.3%. So Subaru, please hang on. Don't fall off the cliff just yet. Then Ford, 166,118 vehicles. Down by 3, sales are still down, but for the year, they are overall in the year, they are down by 6.6%. So Ford sales are down, but again, Ford sales are consistent. The new Maverick is selling like hotcakes, and the F-150 has always been a strong seller, as you all know. So technically, Ford sales are looking very, very strong, to be fairly honest. Hyundai sold 56,000 vehicles, 56,700 plus vehicles, down by 1.1%. For the year, they are up by 28.3%. Kia, 52,067 vehicles they have sold, down by 7.2%. The fall is a lot harder for Kia than Hyundai, which is you will see that in my separate sales charts that I have created, down by, for the year Kia is up by 25.4%, Mazda 19,519 down by 0.4%, up in the year still to 29.5%. So Mazda sales in general are quite the process. I will admit Mazda is quite the process. I will admit that. So overall, in terms of the strategy, in terms of the fact, the best selling brand so far in October is Ford. Yeah, Ford has outsold Toyota outsold Toyota right now in October. So well done, Ford. Keep up your success, but Toyota will catch up to you very well indeed. Now it's time for the separate sales chart, which I have sales numbers that I have separately got nameplate by nameplate, 3 brands. Let's start with Mazda. Mazda sold 2,500 plus sales, down by 2.2%. So that's okay for Mazda 3. It's still a solid seller. The Mazda 6 are pretty much out of contention at this point. 815 sales, down 39.9%, round figure 40%. Safe to say. Down as Subaru. That's pretty bad for the Mazda 6. Mazda MX-5, 492 sales, down by 42.2%. Finally, the chip shortage is now occurring in the Mazda MX-5. It's now living on the real world right now, the MX-5. The CX-30, consistent and reliable. 3,147 sales, down just 2.1%. Mazda CX-5, 10,177,000 sales, down by 14.4% in sales. Mazda CX-9, down just 0.4% and sold 2,373 vehicles. That means the CX-9 is actually older product, so it takes less chips. That's why it's not affected by the chip shortage. And then moving on, Hyundai sales charts, nameplate by nameplate. Hyundai has sold 2,863 Accents, up by 154%. For me, I'm a lover of subcompact cars, so I'm no surprised why it's selling so well, no question. The Hyundai Elantra sales are down by 26%, only sold 8,447. Econa 1,621 sales, up by 35%, which is very impressive from Hyundai. And the nameplate is going to be tied into a sub-brand, as you know. The Nexo, I'm not going to talk about it. They sold 63, up by 70%. Palisade 8,670 sales, up by 15%. The Santa Cruz sold 1,840. That's the fact, because it still has no percentage change. They have just started selling them, of course. Sonata, they have sold 5,561, down by 27%. The Sorento sold 7,040, down by 22%. Tucson down 11%, 9,735 sales. Venue up by 45%, 2,055 sales, so no surprise on that. Veloster down 51%, so yeah. Quickly, let's get to Kia. Kia Rio, they have sold 2,310. They're actually down in sales compared to previous October. Forte down to previous October, 7,523. Kia K5, 7,427 sales, down again compared to previous October of last year. The Kia Stinger, 1,247. Okay, actually up, very much up, very good from the Kia Stinger. K900 only sold 2, so don't ask me, it's not working here. The Kia sold 6,289, sales are down compared to previous year's October. Seltos down 3,274 previous October. Sportage down 5,459, down to previous October. Kia Sorento 6,195, up in sales, just so you should know. The Sorento is actually up in sales. What a surprise there, the Sorento is up in sales. Kia Telluride down in sales, surprise, surprise, which we'll analyze this in a separate video. 7,675 compared to last year's October sales of 9,000 plus sales. Then of course the Carnival, 8,892 more will roll out, sales will get a boost, no question. So overall, this is the sales numbers from the manufacturers that I have focused on. Not primarily, but these ones numbers I have right now. Overall, the winners are hard to judge. I will say Ford is the general winner here because Ford has maintained a good stable rate. The biggest loser here for me is Subaru. That's a fact. Toyota numbers are down, but they are still doing okay considering the chip shortage. So on this notion, I'm going to end this video. Thank you very much for joining me on the show.